Christian youth, Christian youth, arise and shine. The coordinator of the Office of the First Lady, my dear sister, Lady Helen Obareki, who turned 18 the other day. Members of the State Executive Council who are here with me, the Honorable Commissioner for Youth Development, the Special Advisor on Political Matters, and the Political Advisor to His Excellency the Governor. Our fathers in faith, from our daddy, Prelate Isaiah Song, the Khan Chairman, to my own personal father, Archbishop Emma Song, and my senior friend, Reverend Dr. Amau. One of the guest speakers, my brother, they call him Dr. Ebong. I call him Professor Ebong. When I grow up, I want to be like Professor Ebong. I'd like to speak like you, Professor Ibom. The convener is Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Christian Youth Affairs, Apostle Barrister Samuel Inyang, and the other aides of the Governor. The entire Christian youth groups, and of course, the entire body of Christ, especially invited guests, choirs, the press, my dear brothers and sisters. Of course, you are aware that I'm here to represent your father, our leader, a purposeful governor, a pragmatic governor, a focused governor, a compassionate governor, a very handsome governor, a tall governor, a benevolent governor, Pastor Uwah Basi Eno. He has given me an address. But before I go into that, I'm happy to be here personally because I am an indicator that a focused young population can get to their destinies. In case you are not aware, because there are people who feel I just woke up to become Secretary to State Government, I was the youth leader of Atana Fort. I was the youth president of Uwah local government area. I was also the deputy national president of all the youths of Nigeria. Added to that, I represented Nigeria at the Commonwealth Youth Convention. Today, I am standing here. I am saying this so that you know that one day you will also stand here. I'll also add that our father, Archbishop Emma Song, said that you should speak up. You need to speak up. This is the first time that Christendom has taken the reins of power in Akwa Ibom State. I remember when we were campaigning and we went to our father's church, Prelate Emma Song's church. As at that time, the Christendom was divided. But we preached it, that this is the first time a pastor, an ordained pastor, was running for office of governor. Yes, majority of the Christians stood up and spoke up. I do not know if the youths were part of it. But even if you were not, now that you have seen that a pastor being your governor for the past 3.5 years has brought dividends of democracy, it is time for you to stand up and speak up. So if you were not speaking up, this is the time to speak up. It is not mere rhetorics. I am not Professor Ebong. His own is the academic side. My own is that you should tell your people to vote for APC. Because we'll say all this, we'll finish saying all this, and we go back, we have not interpreted what we have heard here to our people in our churches, to our people in our various local governments. that Pastor Umoino is a member of the All Progressive Congress, APC. And of course, you indoctrinate your women in your churches. Those ones who are not here, those ones who cannot read this, that our symbol is the broom. If I had known that we will be here for a second part that is not so Christian, you know, this side is not the holy side, I would have brought my broom. And if I had brought my broom, I would have said, APC. So this is a speech of the governor. Let me thank the Akwa Ibom Christian youth for organizing this huge Thanksgiving, prayer and endorsement event. I am deeply grateful for this show of solidarity, support, and prayers you have so wonderfully and enthusiastically displayed here today. It would have been my great pleasure to be here personally with you today, but for other pressing state matters. The Secretary of the State Government, Prince Enobong, however, is representing me. The reason why you have decided to organize this event today, from what I have been told, is to celebrate what God has used us to achieve in a little over the last 3 years, and to pledge your total support, prayers, and endorsement for continuity of this journey of progress, development, and shared prosperity come 2027. I am particularly encouraged by the fact that this event is organic and is Christ-centric, Christ-defined, and youth-propelled. Since we came on the saddle in 2023, we have done all we can to integrate our youth in our governance metrics. We have made it abundantly clear that the youth represent the future, and the future we wish for them is what we are putting together today, block by block, brick by brick, and mortar by mortar. Through human capital development, skills acquisition, and empowerment schemes, we have made conscious efforts to prepare our youth to compete with their peers in the marketplace of opportunities, ideas, growth, and advancement. Youth today play significant roles in our governance structure. A good number of the members of the State Executive Council are youth, including the Honorable Commissioner for Youth Development, who is there, a young man, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, a young man, the Honorable Commissioner for Science and Digital Economy, a young man, the Honorable Commissioner for Humanitarian Services, a young girl, the SSL on Special Duties, Morgan, also young, who is also the designated Master of Ceremony. And of course, Ubon, the man that is here, is also a young man. They are all members of this government, young people. When we are in the State Executive Council, they make me feel like an old man. But I think I'm still a young man. A plurality of the local government chairmen are youths. There's one there, Gideon Uwah, as well as their vice chairmen and the supervisors respectively. Most of my aides are youths, and this extends to the 369 personal assistants at the ward level, among others. We have done this because we believe the grounds we prepare today for our continuous growth and development will be condensed and expanded by the quality of leaders we prepare, shape, and furnish for tomorrow's opportunities and growth. Today, 1,700 youths across different layers have been trained through the Entrepreneurial Accelerator Program run by Ibom-led at the Dakada Skills Acquisition Center, the SAG, with over 3 billion naira given as financial support to start small businesses at the end of their training. Over 1.3 billion naira has been approved as bursaries to students of tertiary institutions, with over 600 million naira already distributed to almost 12,000 students. We have also increased the bursaries from 25,000 to 50,000 across disciplines, representing a 100% increase. Over 29,000 persons, mostly youths, have benefited from the 1.48 billion naira we have provided as business startup grants. 3,622 people, majority of whom are youth, have benefited from the 1.65 billion traders grants, as well as 1,868 people, also mostly youths, who are the beneficiaries of our farmers grant. Of the 2,000 people that received the 1.2 billion naira medium and small enterprises grant, majority were youths. Youth development centers are being established across the 31 local government areas to equip our youth with the requisite skills in today's technologically driven world of AI and other tools. Just a few days ago, we sponsored the Arise Youth Skills Week 1.0 and 2.0 respectively, where attendees were empowered with cash prizes to scale up their businesses. Youth development and engagement, therefore, represent abiding articles of faith, and we will continue to invest in this critical area because the future belongs to you, our future leaders, and any society that is not invested in youth development is consigned to negative growth and advancement. I love the theme of this event, advancing the Lord's purpose through continuity, drawn from 2 Timothy 2:2. We are happy with this endorsement you have given us today to advance the work of God through people-centric and Christ-ordained leadership. We are determined to continue impacting the lives of the vulnerable through the construction of Arise Compassionate Homes, which, as we speak, stand at over 465, right on the cusp of meeting the 500 units we had promised to build and hand over to beneficiaries before the end of our first term. We will continue to assist the poor as the Bible commands us to do. Take care of the elderly, the sick, and the hopeless with free food, insurance coverage, while giving them hope for better days and better years. We will continue to do all this while equally executing audacious projects that span infrastructure, tourism, transportation, aviation, education, healthcare, skills development, sports, housing, and so on. Let me again thank you for this huge endorsement of not just my humble self, but President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to continue his great work of galvanizing us to arise to a renewed hope, and our son, the Senate President, distinguished Senator Godswill Obodokpabio, GCON, to return to the Senate and help the President move the needle further of our national growth, renewal, and development. We promise you one thing, and one thing mainly, to continue to advance good governance through the pursuit of programs aimed at upscaling the skills of our youth, aligning them with the realities of the contemporary world, while also ensuring that the generality of our people across all social strata feel the impact of governance. I know together, as your theme clearly states, we will continue to collectively pray together and advance the Lord's purpose in the lives of our people today and as 2027 beckons. Thank you, and God bless Akwa Ibom State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, I believe you have enough from what I have read to speak about when you get home. His Excellency has also asked me to support this program with a sum of 20 million naira.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once again for His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, represented here by the Secretary to the State Government, Prince Enobong Uwah. We thank Your Excellency for all the good works you are doing for the youths of Akwa Ibom. The Salvation Army Choir, please, can you come up now? They have a special ministration for His Excellency the Governor. As they are coming, please, may I salute and acknowledge Lieutenant Ernest Achibong, Captain Udo Willie, Captain Etam Hansen,